Hello there, Pastafarians. It's me, Schizophrenic. I'm down at the mall again today because of really I'm trying to see that guy, King David, that we spoke with last week. I'd love to get a video of him. I think it looks like it's not going to be happening. So I'll take this opportunity here to talk about sort of recent events. I was interviewed by this guy, John Richards, and he approached me on Twitter to interview me, and I thought, how fortuitous, I can start thinking about the summer tour and start hyping it. So I accepted it, and we had two sort of pardon me, I have to answer this. Sorry about that. Sort of had to discharge my duties. There is music on the street here, live bands. Earlier today. Hopefully, I was hoping that guy, because he stopped for the lateness of the hour, but I'm not sure my hope was founded in the end. I think it was false hope. Not sure you do mean to. So we had a couple of set-up interviews. Talked about sort of what was going to happen, but they just were really sort of. He was talking to me about a project that he's going to be announcing, and really trying to sell me on the idea, and sort of that occupied most. That wasn't all we talked about. He showed me what was going to be happening on a show. I also, tried to watch some of his previous videos, but I didn't really have a lot of time. So I was looking at his YouTube channel that he's posting to now, and sort of was a couple of years, or about a year old, or maybe it was 2 months, but just seemed pretty sort of like chill. He did keep talking about how he was part of this organization and how he's part of this organization, and how he resigned, and sort of should have heard some of the code that he was using for what it was. Because after that interview, I sort of was directed to links of some of his previous behavior, and I'll tell you, if I had seen those before the interview, my reactions would have been different. Also, I very much regret doing it in lose track of the thought that this we are following a sort of set of rules and caricatures of ourselves. As far as like a subset of all of our behaviors. Though I'm not here to lecture, I'm here to apologize. I've brought. I do talk to stupid people a lot on the show, or in this endeavor that we are involved in. Intentionally. Like I definitely do speak with Nazis. Like when people are like, "Oh, you talk to Nazis," it's like, well, that is true. So we're going to be talking to crazy people and racist people and hateful people. I talked to the Hebrew Israelites as well, and I know that they haven't killed 6 million people, but if they had the mechanism to, I think that they would. I think a lot of these groups would, and if they had the power and the mechanism, would use it. So, that is sort of the obscenity, I think. And I talk to a lot of obscene people. And so I'm not saying that John... and one of my problems was I just thought his name was so forgettable that I would never really find any more information about him. Should have done a bit more research than the links that he sent me. Because he kept saying that he was the Free Thought Project, and I just couldn't find any links about this. He kept talking about Facebook links, and I'd go to find these groups, and I'm like, is it this group, is it that group? I thought it was just these tiny little groups, and then I realized because not because he was starting fresh, but I mean starting a new hobby, but restarting, for being for flubbing his recovery of the corona outbreak, right? Especially if like, what I understand, like I don't want to like downplay sort of how foolish he behaved last year, but sort of the real criticism is he's just really bad at organized events. He's just not good at it, and so that's sort of one of the things that I like about a lot of these people is they're just not really good at it, and I find that easier to forgive, I guess, than a lot of people do. And I'm not saying they have to, So, but I got us involved in this guy as a community, and I did it in a straight voice, and I just feel like an idiot for that. So if you're like Mitch, I'm cool with the yelling, cool with the swearing, I'm cool with all this stuff, but like, this guy's a prick. Don't talk to him. I don't know, I get it. No. A lot of any of what I mean to say is any of these things could be the thing where you're like, this is too much, I can't support you anymore. I agree, I get it. And I'm not trying to cause people to not support me. I do, of course, appreciate our supporters and our long-time supporters, and I don't mean to betray their trust. And I appreciate that as we move into hopefully a next phase where we can sell enough stupid merchandise to legitimize this piece as a brand or something, then we can be taken seriously by other interviewers. I think my performance as like a good faith sort of let's talk about me interviewee was okay. I just think the venue was poorly chosen, very poorly and under researched. So I do apologize and in fact beg your forgiveness. So I appreciate it if it is given, and I understand if it is not. Forgiveness is not compulsory. No. But I do understand that there's probably lots of feelings in the community right now, and I hope that we as a community in the One True Cult here do find a way of talking communicatively about our feelings, because I think that is the point about the Backfire Effect. Is it's not a backfire effect, it's an emotion effect. It is engage the emotions, and this idea that conversation can't happen emotionally is what's causing conversation to not happen emotionally. I think it can out here in the street with a moderator, with a filming situation such that everyone knows they have to be responsible for the way they behave. I think it can. I'm allowing myself to be sidetracked because I believe that, I've covered enough about this without really talking about it. And now I fucking have a friend right here, but I don't really have anything. I gotta go grab some shit that I can give to some of my friends here on the street. Again, thank you for your support of this project, and if and for your frank criticism of it as well. Though I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just talking to anyone. I'm talking to all of my, supporters, all of them, past and future, and maybe like, Jesus, what is going on here? Comment down. We'll talk about the project. That's a good question. What is going on here? What the fuck are we doing down here? I guess the answer is it depends. Anyway, thanks guys. I'm gonna look again for that guy if he's here, or talk to him. That King David bro. It doesn't look like anybody's here though. It's just you and me. I think we're alone now. There's this thing that I did yesterday where I was talking to some people, and bothering them, and a man came up to us and said, is he bothering you? And I said, yes. And he's like, I think you need to stop. And then he put his hands on me, and I said, I'm not going to stop bothering them. And then his hands were on me, so, like, I'm sort of in a conundrum, because I do want to talk about this idea that it is okay to believe in violence, that it is effective. It's okay to believe that. We just need to talk about it in the street. And I think it's a sort of not the braver option that, you know, if we just spend our time out here in the street talking to idiots, eventually we'll get through to them. Is that the braver option than the violence of, like, let's beat them up until they understand? I just really don't know. And of course, you know, I'm rambling, so of course I'm going to wrap it up while I patrol these streets and try not to get punched. Because I don't love it, and I don't want to post it and clickbait it, but also, you know, I like clicks. I think they're good. So anyway, click the clicks.